Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Hugo.
We are Sell Quick, Ship Quick, part-time resellers.
Full-time hustlers.
And today we bring you our solds from the week of November 11 to the 17th.
First off, just gotta appreciate this awesome find from earlier. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're wearing it.
We get into the Christmas spirit. I won't even say early.
Just on time. This is our what's the word? Not anniversary. Our tradition.
Yeah.
For my birthday, we set up the Christmas tree.
And with that
comes a bin find. Our favorite bin find.
it really was. I don't know if it's worth anything. I didn't even look it up. All I thought was like,
no, this is our uniform now. This is our annual uniform now. So we can't lose or gain any weight.
This is my life.
This is it. Okay, so this week was a little crazy.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, the 16th was her birthday, and we had friends from out of town.
So we actually started the week. We had a Orlando from Pure Hustle podcast here Monday through
Thursday.
And then we had Denali and Ty
Friday through Monday.
So needless to say,
we were busy.
We were busy, but we were doing the fun stuff, you know, the thrifting stuff, and none of the
RA. We did thrifting.
Yeah, but I was gonna say like none of the stuff that no one wants to do, like the listing and stuff like that.
And photographs.
Yeah, so I didn't do my photographs, and if you've been watching us, I do batch work on Fridays, so I didn't photograph Friday. So the rack behind us doesn't look too full because I already put all the stuff that needs to be photographed in the other room, and then there's a ton of stuff that's getting washed right now. And then I didn't list, so we have not listed in probably 4 days.
Well, I listed a couple random things, like literally like
fine.
One random thing here and there.
I haven't listed, our usual. And I haven't really been sharing on Poshmark, and which also means that Mercari is dead, because if I don't list on the other two, then Mercari doesn't get anything.
And we've said it before, Mercari really does depend on that frequent listing, because more often we sell our recently listed.
Yep, so
with that, let's get to Monday.
All right, so on Monday, we sold this Lululemon fluffed up down puffer jacket. This sat in our store for about 23 days. This was from one of our thrift hauls, and it was a last minute, he's at the register paying, I ran to the new rack find.
Yeah, as you can see, a beautiful purple. I really wish to fit her, but it didn't fit.
It's a little snug. And I like my jackets to feel a little bit more free.
Yeah, free.
Free. And then next up we have this Madewell sweater. And this lasted 32 days on the market.
Yeah, we've said it before, Madewell falls into more of our bread and butter, as we do see it often and sell it somewhat frequent too.
Yes. Oh, and then before I forget, so from the solds, we are doing our 2 highest and 1 lowest sold. So it could be from any of the platforms.
Yeah.
But this Monday was just eBay.
Yeah, and today's lowest. Was this lowest?
Yeah, it was the lowest on eBay.
Yeah.
Like
this pencil sharpener. So these used to be money before. Used to find them, and I mean, early on, I would flip them fairly easily.
Which is why it's been sitting there for 152 days.
Because 152 days ago, it was money.
Kind of.
Right now. So be wary if you pick up these guys. Make sure you look up comps, and make sure when you look up comps, they're frequently sold. Because for whatever reason, this one sat for a while.
Someone somewhere needs to sharpen their pencil.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Or is it automatically? No.
I mean,
mechanically.
Motorized?
I don't know. All right, on Tuesday, we sold these Nike high jump cleats. This took 120 days to sell. So we have, I believe, 2 more pairs?
One more.
Oh, 1 more pair.
Yeah, so I mean, it did take 120 days to sell, but it's not like we had about 3 or 4 of these pairs that went up, so they had been selling throughout time.
And then also cleats, if you're picking up cleats, depending on the season of the sport, is when those cleats will sell. So it wasn't track season, which is why it hadn't sold.
Yeah.
Because I think track season is winter, spring, right?
I don't know, I didn't do track.
Well, I did track. When was soccer? Was soccer fall and winter?
Yes.
Because that's when volleyball was. Okay,
Yeah.
so track season I think starts in January. So this is about the right time to buy these cleats for practice and stuff before the season starts. Next up is your find.
This Robert Shaw thermostat. If you guys paid attention to one of our recent hauls, showed it during Hugo's Hard Goods. Reason I picked it up is it was new in box, in that it is new, uninstalled. The box is beat up, but it was never installed. Came with all the hardware and manual and everything.
And it took a whole day.
Yeah.
See what happens when you list things?
Again, it proves I do pick up pretty good stuff, but I just don't list it.
And then lastly, our lowest sold was this Orvis Flannel.
Flannel.
It took 20 days to sell. It didn't sell for very much, but do you ever find something at the thrift store that you think is worth more than it should be? Or you want to save it because it looks in such good condition?
It's almost like the sympathy buy.
Yes, it's the sympathy buy, because this Orvis Flannel was in amazing condition, and if it fit me, I would have totally kept it because it looked barely worn. And so I had to pick it up, even though I knew we weren't gonna make a lot. I think this flannel netted maybe $11 after fees, because Orvis now sells some of their stuff at Costco, and we all know Costco is a great deal. So this flannel
is probably not so much different in price than a brand new one at Costco.
Yeah, but nonetheless it did sell, and we still made money from it. So we saved it. Wednesday the 13th. Okay, so I'll say this one, even though I don't know if I really know how to say it, but on Wednesday we sold a bundle on eBay, and this was going international.
It's a double whammy. That was awesome.
Yeah. So the top is from L'Academy. I'm not too sure where it's sold, but when I picked this up, it was new with tags. It is a wrap top. It took about 4 months to sell, and then it was bundled with the C New York skirt that took 11 months. So when I first picked up the C New York skirt, I didn't really find a comp on that skirt, just on the brand, and it was so I priced it to what I thought was accordingly.
Yeah.
And it took a while, and then I was lowering the price, and then I lowered it significantly from when I started. So not all fancy brands will get you the price that you think it should get. So you should be frequently checking your comps on your items to make sure that it is priced competitively.
Yeah, because what happens is if you just leave it there, and even though eBay will constantly relist and keep pushing it, keep it there until sold, the market changes and yours might never sell because you're about $20 above the right price.
Yep. So that was a 4-month-old top and an 11-month-old skirt. All right, and then on Poshmark,
we have this Lulu Maxi dress. Lulu Maxi dress. Took less than a month to sell.
Yep. And then we sold this Madewell striped sweater top, and it took less than 1.5 weeks to sell. So Madewell still does, you know.
Yeah, it's not necessarily, you know, big money. Certain styles might be, but again, people are still looking for it.
All right, on Thursday, dun, 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 dun.
Got this guy again from a few hauls ago. I'm trying to remember when this was.
Maybe, well, it was 17 days ago. So.
Well, 17 days ago that it was listed, but not since we picked it up. But took 17 days to sell. This is a Jet Kids bed box. So just to clarify what that is, in one of the videos from our haul, when I showed it, opened it up, and this extends the seat of an airplane chair so that it has cushions and a little mini mattress to have your kids sleep on the plane for long trips. It was interesting looking, but yeah, picked it up, and thankfully, actually, we got a few offers early on, so it sold for, I think, 60 plus shipping. But the reason I took that offer was it shipped within LA, so that was real nice.
Yep. Next up, we have this Wrangler embroidered dress. This one was new with tags. And this was the first time I found a Wrangler dress. I didn't know they made dresses, but the embroidery is really nice and it was new with tags, so I picked it up. And this took 28 days later.
Not the Scary Movie.
And then this one.
Yeah, we have this J. Jill pleated hem blouse.
That took
20 days to sell.
Okay, so the buyer purchased this on Thursday, and we had an unpaid item.
Yeah, automatically.
Not a case, right?
Yeah,
but like
it is. It's an automatic
case.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday or Sunday, the buyer messaged us. That was Ginger. So they messaged us to let us know that they were going to pay for the item today, which is Tuesday. I mean, you know, they paid for it.
I mean, they did pay for it, but all I thought was like, well, you should have bought it on Tuesday.
There's that too.
There is that option. But going on to Friday.
All right, so this Columbia Interchange jacket. This jacket I found in March. And I actually found this Columbia jacket with a North Face jacket. I was super excited because it was my first time finding these really nice jackets that weren't just the basic fleece ones. And I thought it was gonna be a quick sale. Well, I got this in March. That was the original listing about 7.5 months ago. But it took 18 days to sell, as you can see here, because I ended and sold similar this item.
Yeah, so it says 18 days from the relisted.
Yes. So technically, it had been sitting in our store for about 7 months, 8 months, 7 to 8 months.
What that math adds up to.
Yep.
Then we have this Nothing Matches Art to Wear shirt. The reason it says nothing matches, the only reason I remember right now is because when I was shipping it and looking at it, all I thought was, this is full of print that doesn't match. And then I read the tag and I realized it makes sense.
Nothing matches.
It's true.
Yeah. So I think it was like the sleeves were all different print, the front, the back, the sides, like all of it.
Something had words, others were colors. It was weird.
But it took 23 hours to sell.
Yeah.
So if you find nothing matches. And then I also kind of took a chance because when I looked up nothing matches, it gave me other, I don't know if it was like collaborations with nothing matches, but the tags were all different. But it looked very similar, so I took it. And then our lowest sold was this Torrid Asymmetric shirt. This one took 7 days because we had it in auction for 7 days. So technically, it might have been
a lot longer. Well,
maybe. I think this went through 2 auction cycles before it sold. And we're trying to use up our 500 auctions, so I'm just throwing things in auctions a few days a week.
We're technically paying for it.
Yes. And then on Saturday, my birthday,
It was a great day.
It was our best sales. Actually,
Weird.
Saturday was our best sale day of the week. On eBay, we sold this Ermenegildo Zegna.
Oh, yes. The Ermenegildo Zegna. I think that's the way you say it.
This 2XL sweater. It took 59 days. And the sweater got a lot of attention. We had quite a few watchers on it. And we were getting offers, I think this last month.
Oh,
We probably
yeah,
had 5 offers on eBay. Each offer came in was like half the price. I think we got a $30 offer, 35,
30.
40.
I think the highest was like 40.
And it was from different buyers. And each time an offer came in, I checked recent comps for similar items, and all of them sold around this price range, so I held out. And we would counter
At a reasonable price.
Yeah, but they weren't willing to compromise.
I think in most cases they just declined. We're like,
Yes.
all right, fine.
We didn't get a re-offer,
Yeah, they didn't try to negotiate.
but we held out for the right buyer because based on comps, someone was going to buy it, and they
At
did.
the average price.
So crossing fingers that this fits the buyer.
Yeah.
And then next up, oh, you know what? This is actually a Poshmark sale.
Yeah. So here we have a Poshmark sale of the Burberry button front shirt. Lasted a month on there.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice, simple shirt. But I wasn't surprised that it did sell on Posh. I kind of expected it to.
Lastly, we have these REI kids pants, and it took 22 days to sell. This one was new with tags. This one came from the batch of inventory that we bought off another reseller friend. The REI, so REI we don't pick up too frequently unless they are the hiking pants. The hiking pants tend to do well for us, the convertible hiking pants, and when we do get them listed, they sell really quickly. This is my first time selling REI for kids.
Yeah, and we do come across it, but keeping in mind, REI as a brand is already semi-affordable. So if you're getting like the base layers, you can't expect to get big bucks out of it.
Yeah. All right, and then Sunday, we got 2 sales the entire day.
Yeah, it got quiet.
Very.
Very quiet.
On eBay, we sold this Lorna Jane racerback tank top, and it took 111 days to sell. So Lorna Jane, I think, is an Australian brand. They do have more retail stores now. When I first learned about it, like years ago, it was really popular at one point, I think.
I think it was definitely felt more a boutique brand at the time, right?
Yeah.
Before. And now, not too long ago, we were in Santa Monica and we saw a big, beautiful
There's
store.
one in Glendale too.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, and then on Mercari, we sold
These guys. So these are the Ralph Lauren whiskey glasses. We picked these up as RA a while ago.
10 months ago.
Yeah, 10 months ago. And we picked up a couple sets, a couple different designs. Some were multiple of the same design. And we were left with these, and part of me almost forgot about them and thought, well, I guess I might keep these for our own collection. But got an offer. The weird part about the offers is offer was reasonable, countered a little bit more. But the messenger, the message that came with the buyer was like, oh, here you go. Sorry if I don't reply quick. I'm at the hospital with like kidney stones or something. And I was like, well, what are you doing buying whiskey glasses? And then I thought like, oh, they probably won't respond to the counter. And they bought it immediately, and all I thought.
Well, they were sitting in a bed with kidney stones, right? What else can they do?
I don't know, maybe.
Buy things online.
Yeah, there you go.
So this concludes our what sold for the week. For a grand total of $1,430.54. That is the gross, not the net. The net I will not know until at the end of this week when I do bookkeeping, which I am behind on. So maybe I will know, maybe I won't.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
catch you guys later this week when we do our thrift haul from bins.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be
some
bins,
thrift stores.
Yeah, thrift stores. And we'll see if we bring this guy back into action.
This is like my favorite thing now.
Oh no. Bunch of weirdos. Alright everyone, well, as always, thank you. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Keep in mind, normally we have these videos, that our sales video on Monday, but switched it up because we had an awesome, if you missed it, haul video with Denali and Ty. Or, well, Lux Huntress and
El Ducho.
El Ducho. If you missed it, you guys should check it out. But as always, bye-bye.